Greetings, Africans. Welcome to my channel. My name is Devos Kosana. This is my channel. Today, we're talking about the breaking news that Dali Mpofu has left the EFF. Right? Dali Mpofu quits the EFF. What could be the reason? Why is Dali Mpofu leaving the EFF? Right? Advocate Dali Mpofu, why is he leaving the EFF? Because Advocate Dali Mpofu is a senior member of the EFF. He's not just any other member. He's a senior member and is part of the founding members of the Economic Freedom Fighters. Right? He is its founding chairperson, national chairperson. He's its first national chairperson, Dali Mpofu. Advocate Dali Mpofu. So why is he leaving the Economic Freedom Fighters? Remember, this happens right in the hot hills of its former deputy president, Floyd Shivambu, who is also a founding member. Then you've seen the likes of Advocate Busiswe Mkhwebane, the former public protector, leaving the Economic Freedom Fighters. We've seen the likes of Mzwanele Manyi leaving the EFF. But then with the case of Mzwanele Manyi and Advocate Busiswe Mkhwebane, we could understand because these are the people who joined the EFF later on. But for the people like Advocate Dali Mpofu, these are the founding members of the Economic Freedom Fighters. Just in case some people don't know how far Advocate Dali Mpofu comes with the EFF, he is the one who represented the likes of Julius Malema when they were going through the ANC national disciplinary processes, right before they were expelled. He's the man who was representing them. Right? This is being Advocate Dali Mpofu. So surely something must have gone wrong. Something must have gone wrong in the EFF, as much as they do not want to say what are the reasons. But if you interrogate his reasons, he says the reason he's joining the Mkhonto party is because he believes it is the only vehicle, it is the only platform, the only organization that can unite black people. Right? Remember when the EFF was established? That's how it sold itself to the people, that this is the organization that is pro-black people, that is going to unite black people and drive the agenda for the total liberation of black people. But now when we're having its founding members leaving it to join the Mkhonto party, and they use the reason that the Mkhonto party is the only vehicle that is capable of uniting black people to pursue the struggle for the total liberation of black people, then we have to ask the question, but what is it that has gone wrong with the EFF? Why is the EFF no longer a viable vehicle, a viable platform for pursuing the struggle for the total liberation and uniting black people? Along the way, something must have gone wrong in the EFF. And I believe any genuine black person, and here I'm not talking about the cult followers, because the sad thing about the economic freedom fighters is that it is populated with people who are worshipping Julius Malema. People who lack critical thinking. That each time you criticize the EFF, and surely some of us have been providing constructive criticism, but each time you criticize the EFF, then you are seen as an enemy. So certainly the EFF is populated with such people. So here I'm talking about the people who genuinely love the EFF, who genuinely understand the struggle for the total liberation, who genuinely understand that our unity as black people, it is sacrosanct, cannot be sacrificed at the altar of political patronage and political convenience. I'm talking to those people now, say, but we ought to ask ourselves, but what is wrong in the EFF now? What is that has gone wrong in the EFF? Some of us have been voters of the EFF, as much as we have never joined the EFF. But when we quit the ANC, we became EFF voters because we believed in that agenda of liberating black people. But now when we have senior people, senior leaders and founding members of the EFF who are leaving the EFF to join the Mkhonto party and stating the reason that it is because they believe the Mkhonto it is the only vehicle that is capable of uniting black people, then it means the EFF is no longer a vehicle for uniting black people. So hence must ask, where did the wheels come off? It is time for self-introspection. It is not time for insults. Because the cult followers, all they know they do is insult people. They cannot distinguish between constructive criticism and destructive criticism. To them, you criticize the EFF, you criticize the EFF leadership, then you are an enemy number one. Sadly, they do not know who is the enemy. All of a sudden, white monopoly capital is no longer an enemy of the revolution. But fellow black people, progressive black people, all of a sudden have become the enemy of the revolution according to the cult followers in the EFF. So I'm saying genuine black people want to see the total emancipation, liberation of black people. We have to task to ask ourselves, what is wrong with the EFF now? What is the problem? Is it because of the leadership style? Or is it because of, in terms of the policies that the EFF is advocating for and advancing? What could be the problem? Is it because of the inconsistencies of the EFF leadership? Because we cannot run away from the fact that Julius Malema flip-flops all the time. Right? And the leadership collective now has to toe behind him. He changes decision and policies at will. Right? Then they have to cover him. Could it be because they've grown tired of that? That in the heat of the moment, he just decides to change the position and they have to follow him without thorough discussion. You see. Could be that one of the reasons that the likes of Advocate Dali mpofu now are quitting the EFF. The Julius Malema's leadership style. Right? And the fact that the EFF, especially under the same tutelage of the likes of Julius Malema, that has even infected the likes of Senator Tambo, that are seeing progressive black people, progressive political parties as an enemy of the EFF. Could it be that one of the reasons that the likes of Advocate Dali mpofu have grown tired of this kind of politics that are dividing black people? Right. And we know all of a sudden that Advocate Dali mpofu is going to be the worst advocate, the worst lawyer, according to the EFF minions and cult followers. They are going to subject him to insults. But when he was still in the EFF was the best. But the minute he leaves the EFF, this is despite the fact him not having said anything to malign or mischaracterize the EFF and its leadership, but it's going to be subjected to insults. We are going to be told that it's the worst lawyer ever. Because that EFF membership lacks critical thinking. You see. So I want to hear you guys. What do you think could be the reason behind Advocate Dali mpofu leaving the EFF? Of course, we know his relationship with mpofu-walsh party, but the professional one as its lawyer, right, advocate, and his relationship with President Zuma and all of that. But what do you think is the reason that Advocate Dali mpofu quits the EFF for mpofu-walsh party? Feel free to comment in the comment section below. Let's keep the engagement going. And remember to subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. Remember to join the channel as well to support the channel. Become a member of the channel. And remember to share on your social media platforms, to share this video on your social media platforms. And please like the video as well. Thank you, Africans. Magukhanye.